Hi guys, Dazzie here with another episode of my top 20 selling comic books of the week. This time it's episode 27, and today I'm going to be discussing the best-selling comics on eBay for the week of the 25th of April 2019. Basically, since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've quickly become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling comics. Here's this week's top 20. Will you beat me? I'm sure you will. People usually do, but it's fun to find out anyway. Like I said, last week we only had the top 10, so it's nice to be back with the top 20. Starting in at number 20 on our list is this book, Ultimate Fallout, number 4. Yeah, I'm starting strong. Of course, this is the first appearance of Miles Morales, the star of Into the Spider-Verse. That's a fantastic animated feature film that even went on to win Oscars. Still selling really well, but not as good as Naomi, what is at the moment. So, what can I tell you? This week it has sold 33 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 108%, and had a high sale for CGC 9.8 recently of $400. Great book to have. Of course, this is the second Spider-Man. Miles Morales did a great job in the film. Can't wait for the upcoming sequel. I paid £13.90 for my copy back in 2018. Delighted to have it in the PC. Passed on a second copy for about 15 recently. Still kicking myself. Number 19 on our list. Do I have it? I don't. Making its debut on the list is a book I have been on the lookout for. Eternals number 11. Now I have a nice run of Eternals. Picked them up for about £2 a piece. Not the case anymore. What can I tell you about Eternals level 11? Well, this features the first appearance of another rumoured addition to the MCU film slate, and that is Druig, the Lord of Flames and Nightmares, of course, from Jack Kirby. This week it sold 16 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 245%, and had a high sale of a 9.8 CGC, $325. Insane books. I've got 2 copies of Eternals 1, around about 6.5, 7, 1, maybe another one about 6. But you know, like over here, they were probably dollar bin boxes, weren't they, Eternals, for so long. Exciting to see what that happens. Can't wait for phase 4 to start. Number 18 on our list is a book that I own. 2 of 3 from me so far. This is Avengers No Surrender. Effectively Avengers 684, of course, the first appearance of the Immortal Hulk. That series that has done so well from Al Ewing. As you can see, mine is signed by Al Ewing. It's also got the first appearance of the Iron Hulk, with General Robert Al Maverick. The Origin of Voyager was Valerie Vector. Stunning Mark Brooks cover. What can I tell you about it? Well, this week it sold 47 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 101%, and a high sale 9.8 just sold for $174.99. Insane stuff when you think, like I said, this came out just last year. So Immortal Hulk shows no signs of slowing down, and rightly so. A great series. Number 17 on our list. Do I have it? I do. Incredible Hulk, issue 377, the first appearance of the Professor Hulk. And I also have the second printing, which I'm happy to have in the PC, but of course it's that third one that goes for the dollar. Yeah, it's probably the ugliest one. What can I tell you about it? Well, this past week 92 copies sold of this book. It had a 7-day trend of plus 52%, and a 9.8 has just sold for a high sale of $225. Great book to have. I picked this up for £3. Cool book. Decent read too. Number 16 on our list. It's all about Naomi. This is Naomi, issue number 3. And Naomi recently has owned the lists. This past week it sold 47 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 132%, and a high sale of $29.99 for an issue number 3. And that's raw, crazy stuff. This is the part origin of Naomi, where she learns her father is an adoptive, well, she's an adopted, She's adopted and her dad's an alien. So great book to have. Oh, crikey, I sounded like an alien then. But that's our number 16 on our list. Naomi, number 3. Number 15 on our list, do I have it? I do, and I'm really glad to have this one. This was a great read too. This is Savage She-Hulk, issue number 1. Of course, a book from 1980. And obviously there are rumours, strong rumours, that she's going to be appearing in her own TV series alongside the Hulk, Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo reappearing. And that's going to be on the Disney streaming service. And this has made this book very much in demand. Of course, the first appearance and origin of the She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters. So it's the first appearance of Nicholas Trask. The origin of the Hulk is retold. And of course, it's a cover homage to the Incredible Hulk issue number 1 from 1962. Past week, it sold 54 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 113%, and a 9.4 CGC just recently sold for $202.49. I paid $20 for this. $20. When did I pay for this? 2017. So you can see the increase. Mine's bordering on the fine plus to very fine, I would think. So a good book to have, I think, in any grade. Number 14 on our list is a book I don't own. It's the one I'm missing at the moment from the run. And that is Naomi issue number 2. Naomi issue number 2. That is our number 14. Now, even the second issue is overcoming the B variant at the moment for issue 1. It sold 43 copies at a 7-day trend of 100 plus 146% and a high sale of $36 for a raw copy of issue number 2. I've pre-ordered the second printing for the number 2, or I think it might be the final printing of number 2. Still waiting on that, fingers crossed. Number 13 on our list is a book that is blowing up, but I don't own it. And it's all to do with Rob Liefeld, isn't it? Of course, it is Deadpool Spider-Man Deadpool issue number 47. Now that is the first cameo appearance of Major X. Now everyone was thinking Major X number 1 was the first cameo, but that first appearance, but that is the first full appearance. Now, what can I tell you about it? 67 copies have sold recently, despite that dreadful artwork. Had a 7-day trend of plus 93% and a high sale recently for a raw copy of $39. There's loads of it. They're flooding eBay at the moment, but it's a hot book. What can you say about Liefeld? Bad press. He generates bad press, but bad press is better than no press because his books are selling. Number 12 on our list is a book I've been looking for recently. And the book in question is West Coast Avengers issue number 9. Now this is blowing up because it is the first appearance of a character called Alloy Ramone. Alloy Ramone. It has sold 25 copies this past week, has a 7-day trend of plus 258%, and a high sale for a raw copy of $34.95. And number 10 is another book to be on the lookout for. I would think it's a low printed book because my LCSs don't have them. Now our first runner-up in number 11 on our charts is this one. It is Avengers number 12, and it is in Iron Man with the glove. Infinity Gauntlet. Avengers number 12 is our number 11, our first runner-up. What can I tell you about it? It sold 26 copies this past week, has a 7-day trend of plus $246, and a high sale of $29.99 for a raw copy. From what I've seen just of late, that is going up and up. It is going to be hitting 3 figures very, very soon. It's a nice cover, no denying that. Now, number 10 on our list is a book that is really gaining some steam. And the book in question is this one, The Mighty Thor, issue 390. Mighty Thor, issue 390. Now, a 7-day trend on that book, plus 670%. Oh my days. For a book that was probably a $1 book a few weeks back. The weekly unit sold, 13 copies. An average raw sale for that book now, $22.89. Now, 9.8 of that book has just sold for $163. It's got a movie tie-in, that's all I'll say. Number 9 on our list. What would the list be? Of course, it's owned. Naomi, number 1. This is the variant from Lupacino. Been on the lookout for this one. Cannot find it. Had 3 copies of the regular cover, but couldn't find that one. The 7-day trend, plus 158%. 55 copies have sold of late. An average raw sale of $56.21. Crazy stuff. You know, I got 20 quid for my 2 copies that I sold off. UK, it seems to be going a lot less than in America. I mean, I would say on average, but around about 25 to 30 for UK Naomi number 1s. But across there, I'm seeing them going for 75 to 100 across the pond. And a 9.8 CGC recently sold for 150. On average, is selling for $156 of that book. Of course, the first appearance of Naomi. Bendis Magic. Number 8 on our list is a book I've been looking for, With No Joy. It's a nice cover, but I don't know. It's the first appearance of Daredevil, God Without Fear, and that is in War of the Realms, War Scrolls, and this is the Sorrentino variant cover. If you've got this one, guys, you're doing okay. I couldn't find it. Been on the lookout. The 7-day trend, plus 292%. 32 copies have sold this past week. The average raw sale now creeping up for a book that's, a week or 2 old, $14.48. We're on to number 7. Excuse me. And number 7 on the list, again, is Naomi related. So what about that Naomi effect? And our number 7 on our list is Blackest Night, issue number 7. Of course, this is the first appearance of the White Lantern. Now, the White Lantern is to do with Naomi's DNA, by all accounts. So the 7-day trend on that book, plus 294%. 32 copies have sold this past week, and the average raw sale, $12.50. No graded books out there at the moment. On the lookout. No joy as yet. Number 6 on our list. Number 6 is Major X, number 1. Yeah, Liefeld strikes again, doesn't he? What can I say? The first full appearance of Major X was Alexander Nathaniel Summers. Yes, son of Cable. It's also the first appearance of Dreadpool. Rob Liefeld art. I'm not the biggest fan, I've got to be honest. The 7-day trend, plus 93%. 107 copies of this book have sold this past week. The average raw sale now, $9.50. So you're doubling your money, basically. Just over. And the average 9.8 now CGC. Yeah, they're out there already. $171. Madness. Excuse me. I've been struggling a little bit with the throat. I couldn't sing as good as I usually do at work yesterday. Number 5 on our list. Sticking with Naomi. And that is issue number 4. Issue number 4. Like I say, that is the book where the connection is revealed to the White Lantern. 7-day trend, plus 88%. 143 copies have sold this past week. The average raw sale now, $8.07. Again, you're over doubling your money. And a 9.8 is out there, unbelievably, on average, now selling at $80. Madness. I can't recall a series. Well, Batman Damned is the biggest since my short 3 or 4 years. But yeah, Naomi's right up there. Big seller. It's a good read, don't get me wrong, but there ain't a lot of action in that issue 1 that I read. It's all about the dialogue, but it's got a fan base. Number 4 on our list, I spoke about the West Coast Avengers. This time is issue number 10. Yeah, we've had 9 on the list. Now it's issue number 10. The first appearance, or full appearance, I would guess, of Alloy. The 7-day trend, plus 312%. 41 copies have sold this past week. The average raw sale now, $7.49. No graded books out there at the moment. Is it a character that's going to stick around? I'm not so sure. Number 3 on our list. Oh my days, it's still coming. Naomi, of course, the regular cover. Issue number 1. Like I said, I've had 3 copies of this, sold 2 off. Paid no more than cover for any one of them. I think I paid £2 for one. The 7-day trend, plus 133%. Weekly units sold, 104 copies. Madness. Average raw sale now, $81.49. Really? And a 9.8 on average is selling now at $211. Basically, this is the premiere issue of an ongoing series by Brian Michael Bendis, introducing Naomi, a seemingly normal girl who has a connection to the DC multiverse. This is part of the DC Wonder Comics imprint, led by Brian Michael Bendis, directed towards the younger audience. The regular Jamal Campbell cover is the money book. Excuse me. That leaves just 2 on our list. And number 2 on our list is an incentive, and it's a 1 in 25. Blackest Night again strikes. This is number 7. Again, it's all about the White Lanterns. The first appearance of the White Lantern. That's the ratio variant. All to do with Naomi. The 7-day trend, plus 1,096%. That is a world record since I've been doing this. 14 copies have sold this past week. The average raw sale now, $42.50. Madness. That is probably another book that's been put away in long boxes for $3 to $5. Look at it now. And that leaves number 1 on our list. I can't believe this one's on here. And I can't believe people were falling for it. It was a pump and dump special, and it's a case of misinformation. Now, it was reported by some apps, and we probably know which apps, and sites that this was the first cover appearance of Naomi. Of course, Bendis squashed this with a tweet. However, this book is still selling well. The artist has also come out and squashed it. This is not Naomi, but the book is selling. It's Action Comics 1002. Yep, that's who they thought was Naomi. The 7-day trend, plus 325%. 92 copies of that book have sold this past week. The average sale now, $11.48. That is Action Comics 1002. They want to play that game, I'll play the game. I'm out there looking. No joy as yet. That's the list, guys. That's the top 20. How many have I got? Another pitiful amount, I'm sure. Out of the 20, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One of these weeks, I'm going to beat somebody. That's Dazzie over now. Thanks for your support. It means a lot. Bye for now.